Hello again, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Casting My Climb. So, we're into the game. Go over the teams for the start. On the blue side, we got Yorick in the top lane. Viego's going to be the jungler. Viger, the mid laner. Vayne, the bot carry. And Nami, the support. On the red team, we got Yon in the top lane. Naafiri is the jungler. Renzo, the mid laner, Lucian, the AD carry, and Braum, the support. So, for clarity as always, I am the Vayne in this game. And yeah, that's kind of what we just have to go for clarity right now. Just kind of look at how it goes. So for my own matchup, I would say I would specify. I have to be very careful about this one because Braum and Lucian are a bit better in the play, I would say, than I am. I should not take long trades against the Lucian, just kind of like short bursts, just 1-2 hits, because the Lucian would outduel me with his attack speed for now. So that's how I should kind of look at the situation. Or we'll see how this matchup develops. So, mid lane, both quite good scalers. I look at the runes, nothing really of the unusual sort. I mean, Viger doesn't really need to do that, going for the first strike, but if you expect to get a lot of hits early on the Arinsol, you can kind of go for it. It doesn't really look like it's going that much. The beam is going out there. It takes about half his HP off, so not much about that one. Jungle is just being safe up here right now. Two of the junglers I don't really like to be against, to be honest. See Yorick and Yon actually battling this one out quite a bit. There's another part about this as well. Yon gives more of a Yami moves too far forward, gets stunned up there, is down. Vayne is in a bad situation, gets stunned up as well by the Braum. Braum puts a lot of damage in there. Vayne takes on the Braum, but Lucian gets a kill as well, so not really looking too good in that bot lane. 1-2 right now, 2:30 on the 35 on the board right now on the timer, so that good. Lucian gets the kill and an assist, so he has quite a lead right now, and you can see that just meanwhile, the Vayne goes for the Cull as a secondary item. I'm not too sure if that was my wisest choice there, to be honest. I think going further into just going for the build would have been better than just going for the Cull there, because it kind of delays a chance for me. I think that's an issue I've been going a lot over lately, that I'm trying to pick up on a few characters too often. The Cole, which just kind of costs us. Now he gets a good bubble out of there, but not really a chance to really take advantage of that one. And I feel like that's one of the issues that develops in this game as well, pretty heavily, to be honest. A lot of these plays go about there. Oh, that was a good flash there, but not enough there. Braum gets on top of the Vayne. Exhaust out of there. Stun onto the Vayne thanks to the Braum there. A lot of damage being put onto the Vayne. Lucian still goes in there. Bubble misses there, and the Vayne is pretty low once again. Viger gets pressured quite heavily there. Yon goes in there, gets ignited as well. But Yorick takes the tower shot, does get the kill, and still survives there. Takes quite a bit of damage there. This is the situation once again. Lucian showing off he can really do there. Lucian takes a bit of damage, has to pop the barrier there after taking the tower shot as well. So, as I said, this is kind of like where I would say I'm misplaying this a bit. Kind of just have to play the wave state, really, not really go into the fights. I don't know if he gets on top of the Viger, and Viger manages to survive, and the tower shot almost puts Naafiri into the ground. And that is going to be a problem right now. Yon looking for the blood of Yorick, gets a knock up there, puts out the ignite as well. Don't think that's enough damage though. Let's send him back, so that's something to keep in mind there, but otherwise not really much about it. You can really see this is where I would say I'm playing the wave states pretty badly. I should not be looking for anything here. Should just let the wave bounce in my favor again. Lucian doing a better job with the last hitting in the saves that he is only taking that. Brum gets on top of there, takes the cannon away, knockback there from the Vayne, and that's going to be another place to be around here right now. Viger's trying to get some pressure onto the Rinso. Rinso's holding up quite nicely here. Doing what he can really about this. And yeah, this is what I mean, kind of like, I should be playing more of the wave state. Braum goes in there, going aggressive pretty well there. Viego's there as well. Solution is in a bad situation, goes down there. Braum is now the sole survivor there, takes a lot of damage already. Flash from the Viego, and he gets a double kill. Nice setup there. And this is kind of where I feel like these were the plays. Oh, and Viger's ult doesn't finish off the job on Rin, so he has to flash away there, but he is kind of the winner out of that still, though, thanks to everything. The Fury comes in from the side. Gets on top of the Viger. Viger takes quite a bit of damage, but they can't do enough there. And with Nafiri losing a lot of HP there, that should be the opportunity to really play around this completely. Arin still charges into the cage. But he still has the HP advantage in this case right now to just play around this one. Ult misses completely the Viger there, and he just walks away. That's not a good situation to be in. Still a lot of pressure being put on to Viger here. Oh, Young gets on top of that Yorick, but not enough damage yet to really do something about their Maiden is being pulled out as well for the Yorick, so he could create a lot of pressure onto the Yon if he wants to, really. I'd say in this case. But yeah, I would say I should just try to play the wave states as much as I can, really, not really try to force anything about that one. Lucian gets on top of the Nami. Nami gets stunned up there as well, so no opportunity to do something about Lucian. Ult there, gets knocked into the wall, takes a lot of damage there. Barriers comes out of their stun onto the Vayne there. Barry as well, and Lucian goes down to the Vayne, but unfortunately, Vayne falls to the Braum there as well. Oh, Viger has too low HP to get out of that pool and just get lasers down. Maiden trying to do some pressure onto the Yon. Yon knocks the Maiden up, but he's very, very low, and he still survives it. And with Viego topside, that opens up the Drake openly to the Nafiri. And we're 5-5 in about 8 minutes. And the gold difference is dead even still. So, quite a good play. Downton Drake does go over to the red side, which was to be expected with Viego being top. Gonna go for the grub, so that's gonna be the exchange Viego kind of handshakes on. I'm not really a fan of the handshake kind of play, because both can do quite a bit. But yeah, that's kind of how it crumbles. Bubble missed there by the Nami, so nothing about that one really. Fury comes in, gets on top of the Viego. Viego has no opportunity to really get out of there. Still looks like he survives with the York coming in around, so all good here. And yeah, this is, as I said, kind of a big Arin, so it goes in onto the Viger. Viger takes a lot of damage there. Cage was being pulled out of there. An opportunity, but Nafiri's coming in there. Sky falls there. And all is about that, but now Fury doesn't go for the further dive there. Rinsel had to exchange his life. 6-5 right now. 9-11 on the clock, so a bit about something about that one. 200 gold lead right now for the blue team. Not really much about that.
I shall perform your right.
And here's where I kind of been like, yeah, that's... Oh, Cage on top of the Yon dashes through there. Does take a tower shot, so this could be an opportunity for the Yorick to do something about that one. The ghouls are not coming in. Yon comes back in there. Misses the old flash out there. Ignite us, pulled out as well. A lot of damage should be put on both sides, and nothing about that one. However, on the top side, Ignite onto the Braum. Braum gets the knock up there with the old... Ignite onto the Vayne. Vayne is very, very low. Has to be very careful. Yorick is taken down there. Lucian pulls out the ult, and that was a misplay from me. I should have dashed down instead of just sideways like diagonally. Okay, there from the Viagar, but he does not take advantage of that one. You're looking for a pick here. Unfortunately, Flash is pretty early, I feel like, right now. Jump's still on top of the Lucian. Lucian's dropping pretty low. Still takes the death there. And can't finish off the Braum there, but still something about that one. And unfortunately, that's a bit of a... Well, not really a reset because there was a minion in the back, but it's still... More farm taken out of there. 7 to 7 still. Platinum Pipe's now on the Braum. Essence Reaver on the Lucian. So they got something. Vigar gets a kill onto the Rin. So pretty nicely done with the cage and just dropping that on top. Vigo has the Trinity Force. Goes a bit more of a bruisery style, which makes sense, honestly, with this lineup right now. Vigar has the Luden's Echo, so that's another item to be considered. What the hell is that? Is that really... That has to be a bug, doesn't it? What the hell, Nami? Nami has Berserker Greaves. Berserker Greaves. Anyway, Nafiri goes on top of the Vigar, jumps on top, gets there on top of him, was in the cage for a moment, no much of that one, quite a bit of damage there, and the ult puts Nafiri into the ground. Hubers for Nafiri. He hasn't had many picks, so that's going to be a bit of an interesting thing about that one. Viego gets on top of the Yone, and Yone has no escapability there, and York claims another kill. Right now, 10 to 7. The lanes are kind of working out. Maybe the bot lane not so much, but other lanes are working out quite nicely. The Vigar is in the lead. We got a lead on the York right now. Viego's ahead. And I have to play this one out further just to keep this in the rhythm right now, I'd say. I really don't get the Berserker Graves here. On the Nami, there are the choices you want to pick up here. Lucian takes quite a bit of damage here, gets knocked into the wall, is pretty low still right now, still holding up here, a lot of damage. There's the stun, and there's once again the calling, and that puts down Nami as well. I said, I don't get the Berserker Greaves on the Nami. Not at all. That can't be normal. That can't be normal. With Rune King now on the vein, a bit delayed there. It was a bad trade picked up there, let's be honest about that one completely, because that should have not been a pickup there, just to play that one out. Yeah. Viego runs in onto the Braum, just dives on top, gets stunned up, and dies completely. I don't know why you would play that way, honestly. Meanwhile, that opens up another Drake for the red team, making that the second Drake. It's 10 to 10 at 13, 15, and about still even the golds. It's kind of weirdly enough still even about this whole thing. I'm really... Yep. I want to look that. Berserker Graves are not normal on Nami. This is what I was doing for a moment there, but we see now Vigar getting on top of that one. Kills off the Aryan, so a quite nice play there. Nafiri dives on top of there. Nami tries to heal that one out. Nafiri still putting in a lot of damage there. Not that it misses completely. Nafiri pulls now in onto the Nami. Nami's dropping pretty low already. Takes quite a bit of damage and does manage to survive there. And looks like that the Lucian and the Braum are setting up a dive onto the Vayne in the bot lane. Not completely there yet. I really don't get the Berserker Graves on Nami. It's like, why would you do that? The Dreammaker makes sense as the support item completely, but the Berserker Graves, I don't know. I'll look at what's going to be the item build now. I would say normally as the Nami, you kind of see for Nami, you see Imperial Mandate as the first item, which is kind of a strong one. Matrix on the Lucian could be a collector? Not a collector, Kraken Slayer. Unfortunately for the Yorick, he does have an opportunity. Viego comes in there as well. Yon goes down to the Yorick. to the Viego once again there. Viger trying to put some damage in there, but takes a lot of the beam. That's not really what you want to do. Eclipse now on the Yorick. He's going for a bit of more damage build here. Viego now versus Nafiri. Nafiri has had a few kills here and had some opportunity, and Viego managed to walk away there. Blade of the Rune King now on the Yone. Yes, Berserker Griffs as well, by the way. Yone is in a bad situation. Nafiri gets on top of him, gets a bit of damage outside as well, and Nafiri does go down to the tower, so Viego gets an answer completely there, but still not very good. 13 to 13, about 15-25 into the ball game right now. At about a 200-300 gold lead there. Sky's Ascent does kill off the Viger because he had the stacks. Very unfortunate for the Viger. 4 and 3, he's done quite well there. We see a lot of damage on to from the Orient Soul. He does have the Blackfire Torch. And that's what he has. Nami with the tidal wave there. Braum with a good knockup as well. So there's quite a bit. Braum is handing off quite nicely the damage there. Good jump there. Nami falls to the Braum. Yone in the top lane is in a bad situation. York finds some beating down, gets the kill there. And once again, I don't know. And that's Viego just walking in there, just getting slapped down. And Vayne got stunned twice there. A bit too little damage, honestly, from the Vayne there, but the lane's not going well, and I just don't know. Yorick gets that one as well. I gotta say, I played this game pretty badly. Kraken Center now up on Lucian. He has got 2 items. But yeah, that's kind of like the problem, I would say. I'm not a very good Vayne player, to be completely honest. Oh, Nafiri gets on top of the Viger there. Puts a lot of damage in there. Viger does pull out the ultimate there, and Nafiri dies in the drop there. So a 2-2, an even trade there, but 1,500 gold lead right now for the red team with 3 kills lead. Vector for the Viego. Viger has the Storm Surge, so quite a bit of something here right now. And as I said, as I completely admit, it's not a good game here for me. An opportunity to get in top of there. Lucian gets taken down quite heavily there, takes a lot of damage as well. Good there, but now Viego gets the kill, so that's a bounty now in the hands. Braum dies as well, and Viego picks up both bounties, picks up half the wave as well. Good shutdowns for the Viego. He came in at the right time, just as they were too aggressive there, pulling it out. And yeah, it's about a 300-400 gold lead, so it's bouncing quite back and forth, to be honest. We're at 17 to 18 in favor of the red team here right now, and the lead is bouncing, as I said, quite good around here. Yorick is in a good position to pressure the Yone quite a bit, honestly. The Fury is hovering on the mid and bot side, so that bot river is going to be a dangerous situation. Now Fury's looking for an opportunity to get a pick off here. Gets on top of the Nami, no opportunity really to play this one out. Tidal Wave gets a good hit there. Vayne tries to do what she can really, but Nafiri is Nafiri, and Nafiri does just damage out the wazoo. There is a good kill there for the Viego, so another kill there. Meanwhile, Yone goes on top of the Yorick after Yorick took down the 2-2. Yone goes still in on him. Yorick gets a good slap of back there, and Ignite is there, and that's probably going to finish the job. Actually, it's not. Oh, Cage goes in there, stops the Braum, but the Viger just lets himself be taken down. Viego goes for the Drake there. Gets the Drake, but has to trade his life to the Lucian, and that's 2 kills for the Lucian once again, and a 4-kill lead for the red team. And 400 gold lead as well, so it's kind of funny. Oh, but yeah, this is kind of like how the game's slowly ballooning out of Cross right now. Not really well played by me in this game, as I said. I think multiple times already because I want to figure out Vayne, but I don't think I should try to figure it out completely right now because you kind of need to. Oh, no, Fury does pick up Yorick there. I need to figure out how I want to play. Would want to play the Vayne, so I'm because I think this is from my play on Friday. Yeah, Friday. I kind of tried to put in some new characters into my rotation to just kind of get a good feel about that one. Paid a lot of prices for that one, let's be honest about that one. I did fall to Silver 4 thanks to that time. I did a few games as well on oh, Braum gets a lot of damage there, but Lucian comes out of the corner. Good tidal wave there, and Braum uses his ult as well, so both support ults are out of there. Just get in there. Ruins who comes in from the backside on top of the Viger. Viger puts a lot of damage in there, but Nafiri's coming around as well. Flashes over there, and that's a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Viego's going onto the Yone. Yone takes a tower shot, does get the tower kill. Ult from Yone, an opportunity to do something about that one, but not much about that. Viger still trying to find a way out of this one. Just trying to run from the Nafir. Nafir gets on top of him, takes him down. Now this is from my Friday stream. EP from the Yorick, so this is an opportunity. If you can get on top of the Lucian, you're kind of in a good spot right now. There's a dead Braum. They're trying to find something. Culling goes out of there, and Lucian dissuades with the Culling everybody from following. Locket of Iron Solari on that. Leandri's on to the Aryan Soul. Quite a bit of something here. Right now, we are looking for some opportunities still here for either side, really. 4 kills lead, 20 kills on to the blue team, 4 kills lead for the red team here. And about more than 1,000 gold. They get a good knock up onto the Lucian, and that's a bounty for the Vayne, so all good there. Lead is slowly melting once again. There's about 900 right now. Rinswell tries to find a way out of this one. Viego gets into the back line quite heavily there. The Fury does get there. Guy's descent gets a hit there, and the tidal wave wasn't really needed, but it did work there. The Viego Aryan Soul did have to dive there pretty deep there. 2 kill lead only left for the red team now. And the lead is evening out. 200 gold lead, I would say, right now. Is about on the board for this red team, so that's another thing. Rageblade now for the Vayne. That's another good item to pick up for the party right now. Could actually manage to get the Vayne into a great position right now. Yone does take down the tier 1 bot tower. An easy pick up that, and that actually creates a lead for the blue team for a bit. What a reminder on the Lucian. Braum is dropping pretty low here. Lucian comes now in there. Rorik is looking just to pick up the Braum and goes down for that. Looking for the Viger. Gets on top of the Viger. Viger does get quite a bit of damage in there, but goes aggressive. Gets the kill, but has to die to the Ignite. Last Whisper on the Neferi. Viego has the Lord Dominic's Regard. Next Drake is the next Drake on board. Very, very even matchup. 22 minutes and 45 seconds into the whole thing. We're about a 200 gold lead for the red team, so not really much about that. Neferi is hovering around here. Does escape completely. We do have the Hex Tech Gate, so that's an easy way to escape out of this. Not really much going on here. If he does pick up his red buff, I don't know. What does the dog do? Quite a heavy play coming into the cards right now. Viego does pick that one up. Nami gets the second red buff, which is a bit awkward. But I mean, it's Berserker Grieves Nami anyway, so it's like, eh. Oh, Viego gets in completely on top of the Lucian. A lot of damage being put on there. Lucian goes down there. Guy's Descent comes in there, knocks everybody up there. Braum falls as well, so that's an opportunity. Nefir comes in now for the fight here. After everything goes on there, a lot of damage being put down there. And the Vayne is pretty low out of this one. Aryan Soul is dropping as well. And a lot of damage being put in there. 27 to 27. And about 1,000 gold lead right now for the blue team. So it's a bit of a heavy back and forth. We did see 3 going down for the 1 Viego. A lot of damage being put on top of there. Drake is up. This is a good opportunity to pull this one out right now. A lot of it. That would make it 2-2 in Drake's as well. So that would even up more of the problems here for the red team. Red team are not playing this badly. The thing is just, there's been individual moments that have been working really well for either team right now. And that's going to be the next Drake. So 2 Drakes for each side. Braum gets caught out of there. This could be an opportunity to pick him out immediately. Braum does pull off the shield, uses his ult as well. Lucian could take an opportunity out of this one. Tidal Wave knocks him up, takes him out. Meanwhile, there's on the top side the though Yon is fighting off the Viego. Yon is not in a good position right now. Viego goes in there, picks up the Yon, and that's another kill, 29 to 27. And slowly but surely, a lead is developing here for the blue team. I would say most of the lead is honestly on... It's on the Viger, it's on the Viego, and the Yorick. It's one of the games where the bot lane is not really relevant for the blue team in this case, but that could cost a lot there. Yorick takes quite a bit of damage. Culling is being put out there as well. Gets the Yorick picked off there. Meanwhile, there is the fight of no, well, not really a fight. Nafir just jumped the Vayne, and Vayne died there. Just simple as it is. That was a bad play on my side, just pushing out there. Rabadon's death cap on the Viger. Viger gets run in there. So double hit by the cage there. Lucian now picks up the collector. A bit late for that item. I mean, I understand what kind of the play about that is. Just getting killed there. Both ADCs dead. Yorick is dead as well. So the blue team are a bit of a disadvantage right now, and you can kind of see that the red team want to take advantage of that one. Oriental looking for a push here, however, not really going so well, and Viego didn't find his jump there as well. There's a lot of dogs jumping onto the Viger. Viger's bleeding out there completely there. Viego jumps into the backline. Disguised Descent gets in there, blocks up the Viego. Nami's the lone survivor right now, gets jumped on top there as well, and that's a turnaround, and 30 to 32 right now for the red team right now. And the lead has once again bounced around again. So this is, I would say, a pretty even matchup. Oriental's trying to find some pressure on top of the Vayne, just getting a bit more of a staggered out death timer here. That's something that the blue team have to try to avoid as much as possible right now, getting staggered out further here. If they get staggered out further here, they can't really have another team fight in this game. Moonstone Renewer now on the Nami. The second item just, that's not good, honestly, for the supports. Meanwhile, the Braum has 3 items already. Rala is now on the Oriental as well. The Viger is going pretty heavy into the damage completely with having the Ludens, the Storm Surge, the Death Cap. Nafir gets caught out of there. This is an opportunity there. Nafir gets just taken down. That's a kill there. Well played. That is a good opportunity here, and this is where the blue team have to kind of find a way to strike right now. The gold lead's bouncing around a lot right now. We're not even at over 1,000 gold right now. It's 400. We're 31 to 32, 27, 40 into this game right now. If I should have turned the timers on. Honestly, that's on me, to be honest, but Drake is only in 130 available, so not really much about that one. The Fury Death is sort of inconsequential, except you could kind of go for the Baron in a way, I would say. That would probably be the opportunity, and we see now the sides congregating towards the top side here. York gets caught out there. Oriental comes in there as well, and York has to flash away there. Main is being popped out there, but no chance for the York to survive this one. Viger puts the Yon into the cage, and he goes down there. Disguised Descent comes in there for the Oriental. He does not get stunned up there. He takes down the Viger as well, so a 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Vayne is getting pressured by the Braum and the Lucian, and I'll see, Vayne can't really defend solo there. That's kind of the problem, and they're diving pretty heavily there. You can kind of see what the plan is here, pretty much. And I don't know why they're still hovering there topside. They need to get in there. They're getting delayed pretty heavily right now. And that cost an inhibitor turret completely off of that one. The gold lead now is a bit about 1,000 for the red team, and they're still holding on there. They're looking for a pick on top of Snafir. Nafir gets invisible immediately right now. Viego's looking for an opportunity to get on top of that one. Slows down a bit there. Dash in there, and Viego does get the kill there. 15 seconds left till Drake. That would be an opportunity to play around 200 gold lead right now. 34 to 34, and we're at 29-20 onto this board. Viger pops up, gets hit once there, gets a good cage, gets a good damage onto the Lucian. Can finish him off completely. Braum is now holding on there. Gets taken out as well. Double kill there. Meanwhile, Viego overextended his welcome there. Gets taken out in the top lane. And that is the Drake open right now, and Fury is dead. Viego is dead. Let's see if there is going to be a play around this one right now. There is some look around that one, but the Vayne is trying to pick up this Drake pretty quickly, because that would give him a soul point and give him some advantage for the next one. Ward is down there. Does get cleared out now, and that's the Hextech Drake just being taken down. Alright, so doesn't get caught out there, so that's an unfortunate play about this one. Vion comes in there, tries to play it out there. They just can disconnect the blue team there. And that's a favorable play. 1 kill lead for the blue team. 35 on the red team. And about 100 max gold lead right now. It's pretty even right now. It's gonna... So this could come close. The next mistake could be pretty devilish for both teams. Whatever makes it. First off, the Yona is getting caught out there completely. Sky's Descent does come out, so that's an advantage. However, they do lose a man on the blue team. And now the blue team have to play it very, very careful. One wrong catch is going to be everything that it costs right now. Now, Fury dashes over the top there. Yon comes in as well, so a lot of damage there. Vigar's immediately exploded there. Now, Fury trying to get some damage on the Vayne. Does take down the Nefiri. Still walks away. 2-for-1 trade, not really what you want to see. The Nami goes down there, and I'm just looking at these Berserker crews and just wondering what's going on here. We've been having so much going on, honestly, that we didn't really have a chance really to go over the items. So I think we might have a moment of reprieve, depending on what the Viego does right now. Viego looks for an opportunity. It gets almost stunned up there. Is in a bad spot. Gets knocked up as well. Gets stunned up there. Why is he overextending there? He goes on top of the Braum. Braum takes him out. TP comes in there, and on both sides, Yon comes now onto that one. Yorick walks pretty far forward. Gets taken down there. He goes down now as well, and Vayne gets ignited there. Knock up from the Yon. Another death there. And that was the mistake that probably cost the game there. Let's be honest about that. And that is just devilish how that one went. Good hit there. Lucian taken out, so could be an opportunity to still play around this one, but it's a bit of a hustle and bustle, and the Vayne made a big mistake, aka myself. I should have not gone to that spot when the TPs came in there. I should have just left the Yorick there. Cost me my life. Cost the Baron as well, so that's a Baron power play now for the red team. Nothing you can really do about that one. Because we're not sponsored. It's not going to be a sponsored power play. And yeah. So right now let's look at the Lucian. Lucian has let's look at the teams right now, since we do have a moment now with the Baron buff being around, and the blue team should not try to risk anything right now. They say that they're pretty far forward, to be honest. So the Yorick has the Spear of Sojin, Black Cleaver, Eclipse, and Blade Seal Caps, while the Yon has Blade of the Rune King, Shield Bow, Infinity Edge, and the Berserker Graves. Viego has the Trinity Force, Lord Dominic's Regard, Death Dance, Collector, as well as Merc Shreds. The Fear, on the other hand, has already reached full build, to be honest. Has Shurelias, has the Edge of Night, Hubris, XMR, actually not full build, there's one, the Warhammer is not there. I don't know why he would throw out the tidal wave there. Viger goes too aggressive there, has to pull out that one, they jump on top of that one, get the stun onto the Viger. Viger's dead already in this fight. A lot of damage trying to be put out there. Lucian gets trapped up there a bit more. Viego's already dead. The Vayne is the lone survivor right now, gets jumped as well, no chance to really play out this one. Now Fury gets on top of the Vayne, gets the damage, and puts him down. That's going to be the inhibitor turret. Yorick is the lone survivor right now versus 4, and that is not really where you want to be if you're the Yorick right now. And that's the first Nexus turret is down. Yorick is alone there right now versus the second one. Gets the knock up there. Get on top of that one. Yorick goes down. The blue Nexus is going to fall. 40-46 is the end score, and GG. I lose 23 LP with that one. So, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and good night.